But we will have we will be going over pulling stats from the MLS today. So that's, really any statistic is we can pull. So I'll have you guys kind of bring ideas of what you guys want to see, and we can go through how to do that. And then we're going to, let me share my screen actually. We're going to go into how to export that information um, and sorry, I can't talk and do stuff at the same time. We're gonna go into how to export that information and import in that graphs a couple different ways to create graphs. So one being in Canva, which is kind of a go-to easiest way if you are already using Canva to create your social media or your flyers or anything like that. Creating graphs and charts in Canva is very, very simple. And then after we go over Canva and how to do that, we'll go into using Flourish, which is another third-party company, and that's a little bit more advanced for charts and stuff. You can kind of see things in different charts, different statistics and different charts, and kind of go through and see what's more impactful. So that's a really, really great one. And that is compatible with Canva. So once you create it in Flourish, you can export that into Canva for whatever you're creating, to communicate with your clients, or if you're farming. Of course, I'm always available and able to do this for you. But I also think there's an importance in empowering you to know how to do it as well. So yeah, okay. Let's get started. Has everyone here, I know we have 8 people so far, has everyone here logged into the MLS?
Yes.
Yes, yes. Okay. Awesome. So let me actually just go back to the home page. Okay, so logging into MLS. Has anyone here pulled stats already or looked at the matrix dashboard that's right here?
Yes.
So this is kind of every Wednesday you receive your Market Watch, right? An email that says Market Watch, and it has these numbers. This is where we pull them from. So that's a nice little overview. You can customize that and all of that. Okay, that's not what we're going into, but that's just a good thing to put of. That's just a Market Watch for like the past 7 days or so. If you go to this top right over here, stats, that's what we're going to work off of today. All right. And from here is where we're going to put our settings in. So you can choose location, city, zip code, MLS area, county, residential, right? We're pretty much always going to do, I always do residential in terms of what the market reports that we provide for you guys. Single family home, if you want to look at condos and townhomes specifically, or whatever is relevant. Usually I like to keep single family home and condo and townhome separate, just generally speaking, because of the pricing. And then by city, we do that a lot for our market snapshots for social media and all of that. So that's nice to have that more specific area compared to a whole county that could include a ton of different areas, right? So let's go by city and let's do Cupertino. Okay. To this left-hand side, so we have Cupertino, we have residential single family homes right now. To the left-hand side is what we're going to, what stats we're going to pull. So they have presets already. So they have the days to sell over time, listings by price range, months of inventory. Oftentimes we'll be using custom. And with custom, you can pull the time frame. So if you want to see let's say the past 12 months completed. So I'll only give you the completed months as the statistic. All right, so we can say the days to sell, the average days to sell for the over 12 months. Or let's say sales price, the average sales price. And then you can group it by, usually I'll do month, but you can group it by, say, city, if you're pulling all of Santa Clara County or what have you. But for this one, let's do month. Okay, so right here we have in Cupertino, single family homes, what's the average sale price by month in the last 12 months. So when you click here to generate, it will give us this little bit wonky looking graph, okay, but it will also give us the data. All right, so October 2022, last year, right, it was 2.7 million. This year, in September 2023, it's 3.3 million. Okay, that's quite a bit. Let's take it a step further. I wasn't even planning on doing this, but to find the percentage of how much it's increased year over year, or I guess October to September, we can do a math equation. Let me just give you that math equation really quick. Just something to take note of if you want to find that percentage at any point. Okay, so what we would do is take September. Actually, let's do past 3 years. Okay, we can do okay. So do you not see the one? Okay, I'm just gonna go for it. I don't know if you guys see my calculator or not. But it's the 3.3, and we're gonna minus the 2.8 and times that by 100. Okay, so year September, the average price is up 15%. Okay, did everyone get that? I'll put it in the chat too if so current price minus last year's equals, and then divide that by last year's equal, and then times by 100. Okay, so if you guys didn't get that, it's in the chat. That makeshift equation that I just did. That's a great way to calculate year over year percentage increase or decrease. And that's what you see on the market stats as well, or the market snaps. Okay. So that is polling stats. I'll do another one. And does anyone want to ask for a specific statistic? Or do you want me to just kind of go for it and walk you through another one? Tell me or not in the chat. Tell me out loud so I can hear you. Okay, no one? Okay, I'm just gonna pull another one then. We're gonna go back to search. Let's do by county. Okay, we'll do Santa Clara County. Residential single family home. Let's look at the past 12 months completed and the number of sales by month. Okay, we're going to generate that. Look at the data. And this will tell us last October was 688 sales, so on and so on. September 603. So it's down from August, which is expected, right? So it's just a nice visual. Okay, I'm going to do one more and then I'm going to show you how to put that into Canva. That's our next step. Okay, let's just keep it simple and let's do Cupertino, single family home, average sale price, just because that's easy to see by month. And we'll do the past 3 years, generate. If anyone has any questions, any point, shout out. Like we are having. Okay. Okay, so now we have our Cupertino residential single family home, the past 3 years, average sale price by month. Okay. At the bottom of the data, you'll see export as CSV. That's what we want to click, and that's going to export all of the data into a CSV file. All right, so that's downloading. Okay, the first thing I'm going to show you in terms of putting this data into a chart is Canva, as I mentioned earlier. These charts are a little bit more simple, just visually, and then also in terms of ease of use, right? Especially if you're already in Canva. So these are ones I've done previously that you've seen probably on the Cupertino screens. And let's just use this as an example. So on the left-hand side, and this should be compatible with just a free Canva account. On the left-hand side, you can go to charts. If you don't have charts on your Canva, just go to apps and you can search it. But we'll search charts. And then there's all these different charts. So depending on the data that you have, right, you're going to use different ones. If you were comparing it, right, you might use, you know, a bar graph, etc. Let's do this line chart. We have 3 years, so this might be the best one. And then you're going to upload CSV. It gives you the option to upload. Click on that. And then you can click the data we just downloaded from the MLS and import. Okay, now that gives a visual of the data. Okay, I'm not saying this is the best visual. There might be something better. But just as an example at this time. And you can change the colors. So if you have specific brand colors, you can go ahead and do that. And then you can change the legend. Like if you want to, obviously, I think that would be important to have the colors versus, 2022, 2023, what each bar means. You can change the font to fit your brand, the weight of your lines. Okay. And that's pretty much how you can create it in Canva. It's very, very simple in Canva. Let's do another one. So I'm just going to add a page. And then let's do this one. Okay. We will upload CSV, use the same statistics. Okay, and that kind of goes. When you're using the graph for the data, you want to use what visually makes the most sense. I would say this probably doesn't make that much sense. It might, but I feel like it could get quite confusing, just in terms of consumer reading it. So I probably wouldn't use this graph. But there's pie charts, there's all different kinds. So that's Canva. And to solve the issue of what makes the most sense in creating the different charts, I would lean more towards Flourish because that's a little bit more consumer friendly. It's just a little bit trickier to use, but really it's not much. So let's go over to Flourish. This is a third-party company that also has a partnership with Canva, but they specialize in, of course, charts and graphs. Let's go over back to MLS and pull a different chart. Okay. For this one, we're going to go by county. We're going to do Santa Clara County. We'll do residential, single family. Let's use a preset and let's do sales volume by area. Let's see. Right here. Okay. And we're going to generate. And now in Santa Clara County, this is a sales volume by area. So look at the data. And this is, let's see, from November 2022 to October 2023. That's good to see, you know, where you should maybe be farming, or, you know, where people are getting listings, or where people are selling their homes, in what area. So let's export that as a CSV file. And we're going to go to Flourish, and you have to create an account, but create a free one because you have access to all of this. You can create a new visualization. Sorry, my internet is being quite slow right now. Bear with me. Does anyone have any questions so far while I log in to Flourish?
Hi, Kelsey, this is Deepak.
Hi, Deepak.
Hey, just wanted to know, is Flourish membership covered in Canva?
So Flourish is free. I'm gonna get out of the box so that maybe I have internet. Flourish is free for like the basic functions of it. So I wouldn't worry about that. It's not covered by Canva. They're two different companies, but they do, like you can export a Flourish chart into Canva. So they work together, but they are separate.
I see. Got it. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, of course. But with a free account in Flourish, you can create quite a bit of charts that are pretty impressive. So you go over here to the new visualization. And I'm pretty sure, from what I understand, you can create all of these different charts in Flourish with a free account. So let's create a pie chart. Okay. You go to data. This is just an example, but you go to data, and we're going to upload data right here. And we'll use what we just exported from the MLS and import. Okay, so now here's our data that we just imported. And then we can go to preview. And that's what that looks like. Okay, so it kind of gives you a chart or a pie chart of the sales in the certain areas in the Santa Clara County. What's really cool about Flourish, what I really like, because it can be hard to know what chart is fit for what data, right? What's going to be most impactful for the viewer. So if you go over here to chart type, you can actually play around and see what is the most impactful. I haven't played with this data on this chart, so I don't know. I think the pie chart is a good visual. But you can also do area chart. So Sunnyvale being the most, and then it goes down, 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 down. So that's good to see. Or the bar chart grouped. You could do the column chart stacked. Not sure what changed there. Or this one, right? So that's really, really great to be around, to like toggle around with the different kinds of charts. And then you can do, you know, again, you can control the colors, the labels. You can edit it all so it can stay on brand with your brand and keep it consistent in all of your marketing material as well. Okay. Let's say we wanted to, let's just go back to the pie chart if I can find it. Here we go. All right. I'm going to title that pie chart Santa Clara County sales, and then export and publish. So you can export it in a few different ways. You can export it and download it as an image. You can download it as an HTML, which would make it still have the, you can still like hover over it and see further information, right? If you download it as an image, then this feature would not be the same. So say you downloaded it as an HTML, then you can put it into an email campaign, right? And it's, you can, someone could click on it and see that. As an image, that would go away. Or you can add to a Canva presentation, which is what I mentioned, it being compatible. So let's click that and add to Canva. And it'll ask, use an existing design or use in a new design. Let's say we want to use it in a new design. We'll do a custom size, 8.5 by 11. And now it oh, there we go. Opens up there. I just clicked it a bunch. Okay. And it's not its own image. So if you were creating, say, a presentation, let's let this load, it should move around. So if we share and present, see how it is live, right? It's active, it will move. That's just a nice way to present it in a, you know, say a listing presentation, or if you're speaking with someone or teaching a class or something like that. Okay. Does anyone have any questions? I know this was a lot of information. Is there anything that you want me to go back to that you have questions on?
I have an elementary question. How do you go from the graph to the individual months? Are you clicking on style?
The graph to the individual months. So the individual, that would just be this, right? The data.
Yeah, when you generate the data, it comes up as a bar graph. And then you switched over to by the month in the bar graph. So how did you exchange that data from bar graph to individual months, line
Yeah.
by line?
So that would be group by in the MLS. You can group it by area or by month.
I got it. Okay.
Yeah,
okay,
or by
good.
city, by sale price. I mean, I think the most relevant would be by month and by area, but there's all these different ones to play around with. And it's really great to see trends, right? In terms of of playing with it.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Anyone else have any questions?
So we did not go till the place we actually imported it everything on Canva yet, right? Because we were still working on Flourish.
Yeah. So Canva is what we did over here.
That's right.
So this is Canva. So if you go to charts,
Mhm.
over here, or I think it actually might not be in apps, it might be in elements. If you look for charts. Let's see. Oh yeah, right here. No, I think it is in apps. If it's not already on your home screen. But there's all these different kinds of charts. You essentially just click on it. So if you want to do the pie chart, for example, okay, we would then upload, it already has upload the CSV right here on the bottom left.
Mhm.
And then you can click the data you want on the pie chart. And then it will import it all already. Okay.
Okay, sure.
So this
Thank
is
you.
another one. And this one's it's quite simple to use in Canva, but as I was mentioning with Flourish, you can kind of toggle between. You can see what charts are the most impactful for what statistics versus Canva. It's easy to do, right? You can kind of explore, but in Flourish you can toggle. Here it's not as simple to toggle. But yeah. Okay, and then yeah, of course you can change the colors, change the fonts, go to settings, and you can do a format value as percentages or numbers. I think the percentages is actually a really cool thing to see, right?
That's right. Yeah.
But yeah. Did that answer your question for Shali?
No, I was trying to see when we create, say, chart or graph using Flourish,
Mhm.
how do we use that on Canva? That's
Oh,
what I was trying to figure out.
oh, I'm sorry. Okay, let's see. So that's what we did with where is Flourish? I think we lost Flourish. So we opened it in Canva. So let's go back to Flourish. Okay. So when we are on, I'm going to click what we previously did with this pie chart. Export and publish. So to this right, do you see this right hand button?
Mhm.
Export and publish, and then right here it says add to Canva presentation. So I'm already signed into Canva. So if I click that, it's going to open it, add to Canva. And then it asks me, do I want to use it in an existing design or in a new design? I'm going to say use an existing. Actually, I have too many things.
Got it.
I'll be able to find. Let's just do new design, doc. And then I can just click it and it's added to the Canva, whatever I want in Canva. I believe you can also go to apps and look for Flourish. And then if you click Flourish, if you go to apps and look for Flourish and click it, then all of your charts come up. So I just clicked one I did previously. This is average sale price. Okay. So it's kind of already embedded in your Canva as well for your use. Did that answer your question?
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, awesome. Does anyone else have any questions? Want me to go back to anything? No? Okay. Well, let me know. Again, we're using it in Canva, Flourish, either one works. Just whatever your personal preference is. And then the market stats are under Matrix Dashboard and then Stats. It's a great thing to play around with, just get familiar with using it, finding trends, and then using that in your farming, and emails, all of that, all of it. Okay. Awesome. Well, thanks so much for joining, guys.
Thank you, Kelsey. This is
Yeah,
helpful.
thanks, Kelsey.
Of
This is
course.
great, Kelsey.
Everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Before you leave, just make sure you see, I know it's kind of weird, a weird read, but the math equation to get the percentages. So year over year, plus or negative percentage. Make sure you take note of that as well. Okay.
Kelsey, I'm surprised that MLS doesn't have a percent change in the previous years. Like, we have to do it manually versus being able to generate it from the drop down.
You would think, right? You would think that
Yeah.
they have it. I wonder if they do. I wonder if they do, and I just haven't looked.
I was playing around with it before. I don't remember. You can pull the stats from the year before and it shows you the percent change, and then you just kind of have to merge it all together, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I was checking inventory, for example, in Hillsborough, and I looked at the past 4 years separately, and then I typed it in together to kind of figure out the percent change.
Yeah. It would be nice if it was just alongside everything.
Yes, I agree. Like, why do I have to do math?
I know, right? Awesome. Okay. Well, thanks so much for joining, everyone. Reach out if you have any questions. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.